Welcome inside a sold-out Lawler Event Center in Reno, Nevada. A rivalry game, UNLV 5-5 in the Mountain West. 23rd ranked Nevada at the top of the conference at 9-1, and that is our game summary so far. Both teams shooting it hot from the outset, then each had cold spells, and now each has caught fire over the last couple of sequences.
The big thing about this game, I was really looking forward to the game, and still am, obviously. But that man right there in your screen, Cody Martin, is the best player in the conference, arguably, with Hutchison from Boise. And those stats, 19.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.7 assists, not here. He's injured. Left foot injury that he sustained at Colorado State in the closing moments. He tells me that he will be out several weeks, but he's hoping to be back sooner than that.
Liz Frank injury in that left foot. His twin brother, Cody Martin, is in there, and he's also one of the best in the Mountain West in the track. So 23rd ranked Nevada. They are 20-4. Their third straight 21 season under third-year head coach Eric Musselman. And they lead UNLV 13-12, 9 minutes into this game.
And significantly for UNLV, their star freshman, Brandon Mccoy, the 7-footer, is 0 for 4 so far. They've had difficulty getting him touches in the paint. He is being fronted, you can see right there in the paint right now. Jordan Caroline, Kendall Stevens helping out on McCoy. That is the focus of the defense here.
A drive and a scoop shot and a score from Mari Hardy, a lefty freshman out of Detroit who plays off the Rebel bench. A three by Stevens is off the mark. He's only knocked down a couple from outside, but he misfires here. And it's Hardy and UNLV back on offense, leading by 1 as we approach the midpoint of this first half. A sellout here in Reno. Jordan Johnson, 5.9 assists a game, #1 in the conference, 25th in the country. Shot clock down to 3. Hardy, baseline drive, up and under, scores it at the buzzer.
Beats the shot clock barely. Nice possession by the Rebels.
Nevada back on offense. They've won 16 straight at home, 11-0 in this building this season, and again 9-1 in the Mountain West at the top of the conference with a Boise State who's 10-2. Up and under at this end, and a score for Caleb's twin, Cody Martin. He's got 6. Jovan Mooring has knocked down a couple of threes in this first half. He feeds Shakir Houston. Part of that excellent front line of McCoy, but Houston gets stripped by Cody Martin, who leaves it off. And the score for Jordan Caroline.
Look at the crowd that he has to play in. Great help side D.
By Lindsey Drew. In transition, Caroline again.
Right now, UNLV is rudderless. They have no purpose on offense right now, and it's affecting their D.
Houston bumped on the drive at the 8:37 mark. And Nevada leading by 3, 6th team
You have
foul.
to admire the job that Musselman has done with his team right now. You can see his record there. He's been tremendous. NCAA last year, 28-7, 14-4, lost to Iowa State. So he's done a tremendous job right here.
Already a contract extension, first coach to win at least 20 in his opening 3 years.
Well, Mark Fox had a couple of 20-win seasons in his early years here. They've had players, no doubt about that.
Chased down by Martin, who got it tip, pinned against the glass. What a reaction on defense by Tervel Beck. Mooring, corner 3, drills it for the running Rebels.
That's exactly what you want. A great D at one end and Mooring filling it up at the other end. He's got 3 threes in this game.
And we are deadlocked at 19.
The three-point shot is not big for UNLV. They have very high percentage because most of the time they're inside, but in this game they got to go outside more.
Caroline up against Mccoy, and he's come alive here.
How about that pump fake by Jordan?
Right back the other way. A streamline to the bucket and a score for Jordan Johnson.
He might be the fastest guy in the Mountain West. He's a grad transfer from Milwaukee.
Cody Martin turning the corner. Tough shot on the baseline, short. Knocked into the air, batted out by Martin, chased down by Lindsey Drew. Wing three, Caroline crawls off.
What a pass! What a pass by Hardy!
Dunk for Tervel Beck.
Oh my goodness! Lefty off the dribble, three-quarter court.
This is high-level ball right now in the Mountain West.
Guys look tired. Depth favors the Rebels. With Martin out, they don't have a lot of bodies for the Wolfpack.
This is Hallis Cook in off the bench. They only go 7 deep tonight, Nevada, with the injury to Caleb Martin. 23-21 for those of you watching on CBSSports.com. Our streaming coverage will conclude after the commercial break, but we will continue on CBS Sports Network. You can find us by going to CBSSportsNetwork.com/channel finder. UNLV running up and down. They lead by 2.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Golden Corral. Your choice rules. By Lilly Diabetes. And by AT&T.
Back in Reno in the Mountain West tonight, 23rd ranked Nevada. Home for UNLV, quite a game so far.
Action-packed, I tell you, big things, right? Caleb Martin's not playing. McCoy's 0 for 4. So the two star players not involved in this game, one because of injury, one because of a lack of guys getting the ball in the paint. Amari Hardy off the bench, he's got 9 points. He's 4 of 5 for UNLV, and that's why they're in the game right now.
Heard you on a radio show in Vegas earlier today because you were sitting beside me. But you talked about UNLV being on an uptick with Marvin Menzies in his 2nd season, and we're seeing signs of that right here tonight.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, they only won 11 games last year. They got 16 already this year. The influx of talent has been very, very good for UNLV, and he's building a program. And his first year, he was not able to do much because of the fact that he was hired so late. They couldn't even recruit at all. So as a result, this is really Marvin's first year. And earlier in the year, he used the word connectivity as a description of that the team was working toward things, but they weren't there. This game so far, the intensity level has been good, but the execution on offense, which is their main thing, is not there in this game.
Lindsey Drew couldn't finish underneath. Here come the Rebels, leading by 2. This is Amari Hardy, turning the corner, attacking the glass, missing, but the tap in for Brandon McCoy.
Hardy is very, very aggressive offensive player. He is trying to get more minutes.
Caroline's jumper is down.
McCoy does not like to guard that far away from the basket.
Jordan Caroline has 8. By the way, McCoy, last time down, those were his first 2 points of the game. He averages 18 per game for the season, and now the foul.
Hardy going hard. Little up and under. McCoy, of course, right there for the tip-in at 7 feet. And notice McCoy not coming out on Caroline at all. Caroline's a 6'7" player. McCoy's 7 foot, 250. McCoy, a novice in his first year. Caroline's been around.
Cody Martin. Caroline working on McCoy. Left it on the front line.
Nice D that time by McCoy. Interesting matchup, huh?
Absolutely.
Look at the size differential inside.
McCoy on a 3. Rattles off. Beck's tap in wouldn't go. Tracked it down though, did Beck, and a foul.
They've been aggressive with their hands the whole game. They got to be careful of fouls. Musselman does not have depth. And the reason he doesn't have depth is not only the Martin injury, but he recruits players and has them sit out. So he's got 4 guys sitting out this year from Division I schools. He had 4 sitting out last year from Division I schools. So by his own admission, that is a situation that can rear its head at times.
Right now he has 6 scholarship players available tonight. We only expect him to go 7 deep. That was the 7th team foul, so 1-1 the rest of the way for the Rebels.
They got the best RPI in the Mountain West at 13. Boise State's the next best team. They've been ranked on and off the entire year. They're ranked 23rd this year, and oddly enough, each time they get ranked, they lose the next game. So I don't know if that's an omen for this one or not.
Well, last time it was an overtime thriller against Wyoming, but that was 2 weeks ago. They're back in there this week.
104, 103 in double overtime in that one.
4 losses, and that's all they have this year, by a combined total of 13 points for 23rd ranked Nevada. And a foul, a bump on Johnson.
They are undefeated in this building.
They've won 16 straight, going back to last year in this building. So Hallis Cook.
Hallis is also one of those transfers. Started out at Oregon State, went to Iowa State, and now here. Combo guard comes in off the bench. He's going to get more minutes in this game than he typically does.
Senior from Union City, New Jersey. A guy who shoots 46% on threes.
Johnson with the ball has not been involved in the offense. He's been in double figures in every Mountain West game right here. Number 24 with the ball.
Best in the conference in assists at 5.9 a game. Mooring. Tried to bank it in. Probably didn't try. It didn't go, but juiced it up over the top to stick it back.
What a rebound. That guy is a player. In their win at San Diego State, which was their first home win in the Mountain West this year, he and McCoy were fantastic. They dominated the game.
Cody Martin, and now Lindsey Drew. Right back to Martin. Turnaround 15-footer, left it short, and ripped down by Chris Clyburn.
Normal starter, Clyburn comes off the bench now. Very quick player.
Fires this one off the mark. Knocked out of bounds. And it's going to the Wolfpack.
Get on the glass. Juice. Love it. Look at him in traffic. 4 guys around him, and he still gets it up. This is one solid player.
He's got 9 double-doubles to go with Brandon McCoy's 12 double-doubles. That's one heck of a front line for the Rebels. Caroline in the lane. Fouled by Mbake John.
Well, clearly, what Eric Musselman wants to do is get Caroline on the perimeter and then let him put it on the floor against any of the bigs that are guarding him. And right now, it's been a productive way of going about their business.
What Eric Musselman was 23 when he first got his head coaching chance, 1989. The Rapid City Thrillers of the CBA. Make sure to join the Coaches versus Cancer 3-Point Challenge. Join your team. Make a pledge. Beat cancer. Pledge now at 3pointchallenge.org.
The game is close as we expected it would be. Rivalry games are like that. Packed house, complete sellout, 11,536. Not counting you and me. So it's 38.
I'm happy to be here. I mean, this is quite an atmosphere tonight.
Switching man-to-man defense. They switch everything. Big on little, little on big.
Mooring, 3. Short. Houston back up and in.
He is strong. With McCoy not playing well, he has taken over the paint.
He's got 8 now. Caroline has 8 for Nevada. He fires a shot and buries it.
That's the game plan.
(31-29), 3:20 in the first half.
Intensity level's good.
Moring kicks, Clyburn corner. Rattles out. Houston gets fouled off the offensive rebound.
You talk about a guy who understands the geography of the paint. It is Shakur Houston. He is a great lane player. 31-29 Rebels.
3:16 first half of the Mountain West. Sold out here at Lawler Event Center in Reno. UNLV leading number 23 Nevada by 2. Here are tonight's Golden Corral teams hungry for a bid.
So we are in the Mountain West, so let's do 2 Mountain West teams. Nevada is going to be in no matter what, unless Caleb Martin is out for the rest of the year. Boise State is on the bubble, but they're doing very well, 20-4. Leon Rice does a tremendous job up there. If Hutchison is not the player of the year, Caleb Martin will be. So the 2 best teams, the 2 best players, and take a look at the strength of schedule there. And take a look at this guy. Shakur Houston in the lane is unstoppable. Not only when they just pass him the ball, he can score in traffic, but when they don't pass him the ball and he gets all over it on the offensive glass. Notice the pump fake. He's got 8 points and 6 rebounds. And with Mccoy not playing his best, Mccoy does have 7 rebounds, but Mccoy is only 1 for 6. Houston has done very, very well on the interior for the Rebels. Take a look at his body. This guy knows how to play in the lane.
Houston with 9 now. 12 for Jordan Caroline to lead Nevada. And again, you mentioned it, Caleb Martin, second leading scorer in the Mountain West at 19.8 per game. Out with a Liz Frank injury. He's on the sideline tonight in a walking boot. That injury on his left foot.
For those of you who don't know what Liz Frank is, it's a foot injury. It's on the top of his foot, not the bottom, not on the sole, he explained to me.
Caroline misfires. Here comes Johnson out front for Hardy. Hardy's been a nice energy guy off the bench tonight.
No doubt about it. He wants to go. He's got a scorer's mentality.
And now a foul underneath. 2:46 first half coming up on AT&T at the half. Take you to our CBS Sports Network studios. Adam Zucker, Brendan Haywood, Gary Parrish, and Wally Zerbiak. Plus first half highlights and stats from here in Reno. AT&T at the half. What a night on CBS Sports Network. Man. This is the third of a triple header. The first one, number 1 Villanova goes down at home to St. John's, which had been winless in the Big East. And suddenly St. John's with wins over Duke and Villanova.
Unbelievable. Is Chris Mullen playing?
I mean, it's like Chris Mullen about 20 years ago, yes. Alice Cook finds the left elbow and finds his stroke. Johnson drive and kick. Nice. Moring in rhythm, parries it.
That is a thing of beauty. What a pass by the leading assist guy in the conference.
Caroline attacks and had it stripped from behind. What an effort to keep it alive by Moring, who is the one that stole it.
They don't have numbers here. Good judgment by Hardy. I thought Hardy was going to go, and he didn't. He stopped, and that's a good thing because they got a 4-point lead.
Jovan Moring has 12 points and his team leads by 4, but more than the scoring, the play he made just a moment ago.
Watch him dive on the floor. He's going after it, saves it with his left hand, slides into the cheerleaders, and this ends up for an extra possession for his team. He is a good three-point shooter. He's the most experienced guy at UNLV for this team. Playing a good game so far. Johnson, with the ball, has been not involved offensively. He can dish, though. Look at the interior. They are getting physical with McCoy.
Moring, shot clock down to 5. Johnson back to Moring with 3. Way out. And a foul inside with 3 on the shot clock.
But I'll tell you, I think they need to be calling a few more fouls, because right now they are taking his legs out and they are pushing him outside the lane. Take a look on the interior right here. He just goes down, and he had fouled McCoy before that play. Mr. Higgins, the official on that one. This young man, 3.4 average, plays 5 different instruments. A very well-rounded individual.
Five-star recruit, McDonald's All-American, 12 double-doubles.
Mother was a career military person, lived in Chicago. She decided to get him out to San Diego, where he went to all of his schooling in high school there.
GPA of 3.34. Mid-season list for the Wooden Award, mid-season top 25.
And he's going to play in your band. You could do the singing, he'll play piano.
Cody Martin with a tough shot. Airballed it, McCoy pulls it down. Minute to play in the half. Jordan Johnson off the bounce. Here comes Mooring. Got it.
That was the same exact spot where he made the first basket of the game. He likes it out top at the corners today.
39-31, final 45 seconds.
Jordan Johnson had 135 assists coming in. That was best in the league, and he's got a bunch already in this game.
That pass that time by Cody Martin, turnover. UNLV on a 7-0 run right now.
They're doing it by pushing the ball up the court, and the perimeter guys are getting it done at the offensive end. 8-point lead without McCoy being a big factor offensively. Big guy's got 7 or 8 rebounds, though.
McCoy just 4 points. Yeah, he does have 8 rebounds, but just 1 of 6 from the field. 6-second difference, game and shot. And now 10 to shoot for Johnson. Pulls a 3. Left it short. What a tip in by Houston.
He is dominating the interior right now.
With 3 seconds, a 3 for Cody Martin. And that's how this whale of a first half ends. It's 41-34.
Caleb Martin's not here. His brother's doing it for him. Mooring has been good. He's got 14. He's the leading scorer in the game. We got plenty of action to go in the next 20.
A dozen for Jordan Caroline at the other end. Hardy's been electric off the bench. Cody doing his job. End of the first half. 41-34 after the break. Send you to AT&T at the half in our CBS Sports Network studios with Adam Zucker, Brendan Haywood, Gary Parrish, and Wally Serviak. Here in Reno, 41-34. Number 23 Nevada, first place in the Mountain West. Little uphill climb in this second half because UNLV has come to play. Courtside, Brent Stover, Bob Wenzel. Your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what, Caleb Martin being out is having an effect on this game. There's no doubt about that. They don't score as well with him. Their percentage is lower than it normally is. But they've been scrambling on defense and doing a good job on McCoy. On the other side of things, UNLV comes in and they say they didn't know that Martin wasn't going to play, so it's a bonus. So now their guards are penetrating well. They're getting good production off the bench, and Houston has been the man. I mean, Shakur in the lane is really indomitable. 11 points, 7 rebounds. He gets it by posting up and scoring close to the basket. He also gets it by going to the offensive glass, and he can score in traffic. Right here, he gets 2 or 3 guys around him. He has been a man in the first half. On the other side of things, Jordan Caroline has been a very interesting matchup. He runs the floor. Here he runs the floor again, and he's beating the bigs of UNLV down the floor. Right here with McCoy guarding him, he goes up and under, powers the ball into the glass, and because McCoy is not used to playing outside, he's made several jump shots from the perimeter.
AT&T game summary, what stands out most for you?
Well, the red line right there, 11 second chance points for UNLV, 0 for the home team. Great stuff. Two good coaches, a lot of good players on the floor. Right here, Cody Martin. They obviously went to him to start the second half, and he delivers.
Mccoy commits the foul. Pretty quiet in terms of offense. First half, the 7-foot star freshman Brandon McCoy.
Yeah, but he's got 8 rebounds, and that's a figure. And the other thing is, because he's double teaming and they're going after him, other guys are getting some easier shots because of that.
Make sure to join the Coaches versus Cancer 3-point challenge. Join your team. Make a pledge. Beat cancer. Pledge now at 3pointchallenge.org.
Hey, Brent, Cody Martin is 4 of 9 from the field, and clearly they want to go to him because they start the second half with a play designed just for him.
There's Caleb, second leading scorer on the Mountain West. He's at 19.8 per game. Chandler Hutchison, Boise State at 19.9 a game as Caroline gets the steal for the Wolfpack and pushes Cody Martin the score.
That is a way to start the second half. Right back in it.
Twin brother likes it, 41-36, 40 seconds into this second half.
Notice how they're guarding McCoy. Look how far he is off the lane.
Draws the double, lost it, going the other way. And that's his third foul.
Brilliant defense right here. Look at the steal by Caroline. He was being guarded by Drew, and here Caroline dishes to Martin easily inside. The guys like it. They are not 20-4 and 9-1 for nothing.
And there's McCoy leaving with 3 fouls.
Sometimes when guys get 3 fouls in the second half, they get a little passive because they don't want to get the 4th. That's probably what Marvin Menzies was talking to him about.
Kendall Stevens off on a 3.
The question is, can UNLV play without a second big? Mccoy is in the game, 34. He's a big.
Freshman from Senegal in Africa.
He's being fronted inside.
And a hand check foul out near the arc on Nevada. On Martin, his second.
Interestingly enough, Nevada's the team that has the fewest depth situation going for it. And the foul trouble goes against McCoy from UNLV. But they have 2 other 7-footers there that can take his spot.
Here's Mbake, out to Morning. Johnson, corner, rattles out. Caroline, the rebound.
He's a man, isn't he?
Yeah. He was pretty quiet for the first 10 minutes of the game. He's come alive since. Martin wants a 3. Got it! He's got 14. It's a 2-point game. Mbake strong, and the foul on Martin.
We have got some action. Martin makes the pump fake. The defense backs up, and he makes the shot. And right here, he comes flying as the help side guy. Looked like all ball.
And that's his 3rd foul.
That spells trouble.
Jong, a 65% foul shooter, misses the first.
Take a look at it. Slow motion. I tell you what, not much there. This young man's going to be a player. 6'11" from Senegal, has not played much basketball. Only a year and a half.
1 of 2, 3-point game, 2 minutes into the second half. So Cody Martin's got 3 for Nevada. Brandon McCoy for UNLV also has 3 fouls.
I like the way the Wolfpack has started the second half. Very, very aggressive. How about this? Are you kidding me?
Mbake got hammered. Wow, hard foul. Both guys are okay. Stevens chasing him down defensively.
Oh my goodness, look at his teammates laughing. 6'11", only learning how to play his denial position on the perimeter. You gotta be kidding.
And then he takes heavy contact into the stanchion.
1 out of 2 last time. Could see his minutes, not many. Only 9.
Check Mbake Jong, but after first reference, he just goes by Mbake. Those are the instructions.
Yes, and of course, in Las Vegas, when he gets into the game, they call him Mbake.
The run out, though. I haven't seen you that excited, I don't think, all season, and you're pretty excitable.
I'll tell you what, Marvin Menzies got to be very pleased with that. 6'11" guy denying first pass away.
It was Stevens who committed the foul. He's got 3 as well now, as Lindsey Drew misfires on a 3. Kept alive by Josh Hall. Back to Drew. Drew spins to the lane and kicks it out for a deep one. Hallis Cook, too strong, and a foul on the rebound. Second on Johnson.
You know, having been a coach all those years, I feel for coaches when they get a big-time player injured like what has happened to Caleb Martin. And, you know, you never like to make excuses because you tell your players, you know, you stick with it and you take up the slack. But missing him offensively is a big deal.
Lindsey Drew got the loose one and scores. Right back the other way. Johnson, no. Follow-in goal for Mbake. And Nevada wants to push it.
Wolfpack got back. Erased a layup.
Caroline rifles it to the baseline. Josh Hall scores.
They're getting some layups now.
He got the start in place of Caleb Martin, and Josh Hall just scored his first 2 points of the game.
0 for 2 in the first half.
Mooring off the bounce, lost it. Kept alive. What an effort by Stevens. And now Drew to the rim, gets it swatted, but a foul beforehand.
Man, there is some action in the building. First of all, the drive. Very nicely done along the sideline. This is a very smooth move right here. Use of the backboard when he was underneath. And take a look at this block. Get that stuff out of here.
That's a volleyball spike right there.
Man.
So Drew at the line. 83% foul shooter.
Yeah, he's good from the line.
And Mccoy checking back in with those 3 fouls. And Mbake to the bench alongside Beck.
Mbake did a good job when he was in the game. Lindsey's only got 6. He's got to get more productive offensively if they're going to win this game.
45-44, Nevada back in front. Houston with a silencer.
How about the run back?
Stevens in rhythm. No. Drew. But Mooring was able to chase it down. Mooring with a wild shot, no. And taken off his shoulder by Cook. Mooring somehow ends up with it and somehow scores.
How about all the little guys on the glass against one another at that end? The big guys weren't down the floor yet.
Are you entertained tonight, Bob?
Oh, man, this is fun.
48-45.
Hey, UNLV, last game plays Boise at Boise, second best team in the league. Now they play the best team in the league away from home again.
Caroline in the foul.
Jordan was a big part of that team last year. 3 starters gone. He wants to go to the NCAA tournament again. And I think he's going to. How about this? Mooring knows how to get to the basket. Power personified. 48-47.
UNLV leads number 23 Nevada 48-47. Saturday, 8 Eastern, these UNLV running Rebels head back to their home court to get ready for another Mountain West matchup against Wyoming right here on CBS Sports Network. Bob, you're not going home. You're going straight from Reno to Vegas to call that game. can't wait. January 24th, 23rd ranked Nevada and Wyoming. Tied at 74 at the end of regulation, 89 all after the first OT. Hayden Dalton put Wyoming ahead by 6 with a 1:13 remaining on a 3. And the free throws, Wyoming, Justin James 33, Jordan Caroline 29 for Nevada. In double overtime, Wyoming won by 1. Brandon McCoy, right before we went to break, picked up his 4th foul. He's back on the bench. He scores 18 a game, 6th in the Mountain West. He's only got 4.
With him not being productive and Caleb Martin not being here because he's here, but he's not playing because of the foot injury, it's going to be interesting to see as this game winds down. I mean, it's going to be close. Who's going to make the shots? Jordan Caroline is certainly a guy that has taken over in this game. He is relishing the opportunity right now.
3-point play tied at 48 with McCoy on the bench.
Mark down 15:35 on your calendars. That's when McCoy got his 4th.
Johnson off the bounce. Tough shot. Crawls off, and Drew rips it down. Drew runs. Caroline attacks. Here comes UNLV. Jovan Mooring. Johnson on the wing. Got it.
He's been silent the whole game. He is capable. Double figures every Mountain West game that he has played in this year.
Drew. Step back is good.
They cleared aside. He's taller than both guards that are in the game for UNLV.
51-50. 14 and a half to play. Johnson. Mooring. Mooring step back 3 is short. Pulled down by Martin.
Not quality.
Martin wants to go. Wheels in the lane and gets blocked by Houston.
Intensity levels through the roof. Fatigue is starting to set in right now. Rest on offense, don't rest on defense.
Johnson drive and kick. Amari Hardy on the drive and the score.
That kick jumps sideways, doesn't he? He's done it 4 times in this game where he drives in, it looks like a charge, and he goes sideways.
When he touches it, something is going to happen.
Yeah, good and bad, huh?
Caroline straightaway 3, short. Johnson in the lane, drops it off. Houston scores.
Does he ever miss when he's in close?
No.
He doesn't. Man, oh man.
65% from the field is 10th in the country for him.
He gets it in there. He is going to get it in the rim somehow.
55-50. Turnaround jumper. Well off from Martin. Offensive rebound. What a pass from Caroline. And Drew gets to the line.
Houston on the interior. Doesn't get much better than this. Pump fake up between 2 players. It was a good pass by Johnson as well. See the pump fake? The blue shirts get off the ground. If you're a shot blocker, you jump after the offensive player goes up, not before.
Drew now 2 of 3 at the line tonight. He's got 9 points. Martin leads him. Actually, Caroline leads him with 15. Martin's got 14 for Nevada.
They're carrying the load. Drew's got 9. That's more than he usually gets. He averages about 8.
55-51.
Man-to-man defense, both teams, the entire game. Very little change-up on what they're trying to do. Just trying to do it better, both teams. Notice the hand up. UNLV tries to get their hand in your face.
Shot clock at 10 for Johnson.
Notice the hand by Martin here.
Hardy in the lane. Hardy lost it. Here comes Hall. 3-on-1. Hall to the rim.
Hall wants a foul. Not going to get it.
Johnson spins. Traveled. Turnover back to the Wolfpack. only the...
We got fatigue making players go a little haywire the last couple of minutes. They're not getting quality shots that they had been getting early. Everybody wants to drive it at the basket.
That was the 11th UNLV turnover. Only 5 Nevada as Drew gives him another shot at it.
That is a rebounding guard.
6'4", he rebounds like he's 6'8". Paul. Martin back up and in.
Speaking of rebounding, at the half, they had done a bad job on the offensive glass. That has changed dramatically. 11,536 on their feet. Get after it. On the glass matters.
UNLV and number 23 Nevada, deadlocked at 55. Nevada has won 16 straight at home, 11-0 in this building this season. Eric Musselman, in his 3rd year, is 40-4 at home. Their last home loss, January 21st of 2017. Fresno State got 19 from Jerron Hopkins. Marcus Marshall had 25, but Fresno State was able to outlast them. 81-76 the final.
Coach Terry was happy about that one. There's no doubt about it. When you think of the Mountain West this year, for sure, you've got Nevada, you've got Boise. And then after that, you got 3 or 4 teams, and certainly Fresno is one of those. Wyoming is another one, maybe UNLV. Of course, they're playing better. But, I mean, a bunch of teams could win the conference tournament coming up at the Thomas and Mack Center. It is going to be very, very entertaining.
Think about Nevada and Boise. If they both got at-larges and somebody like a UNLV snuck in there, this could be a 3-bid league. That's a stretch, but certainly feasible. Shot clock under 10, UNLV, Mooring 7. Mooring, floater, short. Tapped out by Martin, but it's into the hands of Mooring.
3-guard offense with Mooring and Johnson and Hardy.
Johnson to the rim. Wow.
Johnson was content in the first half to be a passer and try to get everybody involved. It looks to me like he's made up his mind. He's going to try to get some scoring action.
Drew wants to back down and commits the offensive foul.
Yeah. Left arm. Littlest guy on the floor going inside. And when that happens, good things are in the offing for the Rebels.
More college basketball coming your way tomorrow, starting at 5 Eastern. The NEC's first-place team, Wagner, looks to remain unbeaten at home. They welcome in Bryant. And later, got another in-state rivalry. Southern Illinois and Illinois State trading buckets at 9. Only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Well, if you recognize that name, Kavion Pippen, he is the nephew of Scotty, 6'10", 240. He was the MVC Newcomer of the Week, junior college player. Barry Hinson's group playing very, very well in the Missouri Valley.
Yeah, so is Loyola of Chicago, who you saw firsthand over the weekend. You and I have got the MVC semis this year. I can't tell you who's going to be there. Houston, that thing is wide open in that conference, as Houston scores underneath and UNLV back in front by 4.
When UNLV doesn't go crazy with the dribble and doesn't drive into traffic, they shoot 51% from the field. How about this steal?
Stripped by Mooring, deflected. He got it right back. Leaves it off underneath. Hardy the score, but it's offensive.
Out of control. Terrific play right there by Josh Hall, who's in for Martin. Watch this steal. He comes over. Caroline is blind. That was a great play by Mooring. Coming over on the dribble, not the catch. But right here, he giveth and he taketh away.
Drew. Strong. Mooring, long rebound.
He's playing good, isn't he?
He's been everywhere.
Yep. Offense, defense.
Midpoint second half, 4-point game.
Three-guard lineup. Goring and Johnson. Hardy in. They're resting on offense right now, going deep into the shot clock.
And it goes under 10. Johnson, screen by Mccoy. Down to 3, Johnson on the drive, way off. Never drew line.
Nice challenge by the D. The blue shirts collapsed into the paint. Marvin Memphis, UCLA grad, 1987. Trying to bring UNLV back to the glory days.
Man, you feel like the right guy's in place.
Yeah.
This has the look. They've had just 5 losing seasons ever in 60 overall. Martin spins in the lane and kicks. Drew. Floater. I mean, this guy's playing tonight.
He knows he has to, right?
No Caleb Martin, one of the best in the Mountain West, the second leading scorer in the conference, out with a Liz Frank injury with a boot on his left leg. We're expecting him to be out for several weeks. He told you before the game he hopes it's much sooner than that.
He wants to play.
Shot clock at 5. Boring. Drills one from way out.
Are you kidding me? We are on Reno. That was from Sparks.
Cody Martin misfires. One and done for the Wolfpack. Johnson kicks.
Why not?
Morning County's man in the air. Why not? Banks it in on a 3. Plus the foul on Martin.
It is his night. This is unbelievable. Look at the length. I mean, that is, I don't know how long. And look at this. He just wants to get to the foul line. He gets fouled on the pump fake and off the glass. Holy mackerel.
And that is foul number 4 on Cody Martin.
Wow. Martin has 4. McCoy's had 4 since 15:35. They're checking to see if this is his 3, and clearly it is. You can jump from behind the three-point line and land in front of the three-point line. If you release the ball, it's still a 3.
So hits about a 30-footer, comes back down, banks in a 3, and gets fouled.
So he's got 6 points in about 10 seconds.
Couldn't convert, and then a foul on the rebound. The lead 8 for UNLV. So McCoy's still sitting with those 4 UNLV fouls, but they've stretched it to 8.
Yeah, I don't think you bring him in until maybe 5 minutes left in the game. He was not having a productive day anyway. So a guy like him, who's a freshman, who has not been in this kind of situation before, I would hesitate getting him back in because he might want to try to prove himself individually and take away from what they're doing. With Mccoy in there, I mean, he is not going to try to do too much offensively.
And he just picked up his 3rd foul.
Yep.
So, Bob, Cody Martin's got 4. He's on the bench.
Yeah, you can't afford to leave him out too long. I think Eric Musselman is going to have to talk to him about playing with fouls.
Morning. Step back. Not there. Skying for it, Houston. Out of bounds, going into back.
He has a knack for getting to the glass. That guy's wishing he could play.
I think you said earlier, Houston knows his way around the lane. I think that's how you said it.
He knows the geography of the lane.
The geography, that was it.
Yep, he does.
Caroline down low. No, Caroline got it back. Caroline scores.
Repetitive jumping. He gets the first one blocked. He stays after it and beats everybody to the ball and gets it in the hole. This is just pure hustle.
Chong picks up his 4th. So he and McCoy both have 4 for UNLV. So he sits. McCoy will stay on the bench as well.
Last year, when they went to the NCAA tournament, they had Marcus Marshall, Cameron Oliver, and DJ Fenner. And Jordan Caroline was the fourth of the 4 stars of the team. They're all gone.
In this situation with both Martins on the bench, he might be number 1.
Yeah, no doubt.
Back screens for Johnson.
Watch the hand in the face.
Hall defends. Kick. Hardy. No. Lindsey Drew skies for it.
He's getting after it, isn't he, on the boards, Lindsey?
Between he and Caroline, keeping them in the game. Foul on Hardy. Step aside of the under 8. UNLV leads 23rd ranked Nevada by 3. Mooring has been a star tonight. Foul trouble for stars on both sides. Mccoy and Jong each with 4. Cody Martin has 4 for the Wolfpack.
Stevens has got 3 and is only 2 of 7 from the field. Mooring's been the star of the game. You're right about that. He's got 22 points. He's 6 of 10 from downtown, 8 of 15 overall. 13 turnovers for UNLV, only 7 for Nevada, and that typifies their norm. Kendall Stevens only 2 of 7. I'm wondering about when Mr. Martin is going to get back in the game.
You think he wants to get to the under 4?
Everybody's a little different, you know. I would put him in with 6 to go. As long as you're hanging tough, it's okay. But as soon as you get 6 or 7, you know, then you got it. He's got to be in.
Definitely hanging tough. They were down 8 moments ago, and now it's at 1. Nevada on a 7-0 run over the last 65 seconds.
Hardy has done nothing in the second half offensively. Johnson has.
8 to shoot for Johnson. Mooring hit one of these a moment ago. Too strong. Houston can't corral it. Out of bounds. Officials get together. Shot clock shouldn't matter to the Drew Iron. This should be simply based on who touched it last. It's going to be UNLV's.
So as a result, new shot clock.
So that worked out pretty darn well.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Considering they had to hoist a guarded 3 at the end of the shot clock.
The defense of the Wolfpack has been good last couple of possessions. They are forcing UNLV to go deep in the shot clock, and they're not getting a good shot. They're switching all screens. Watch this switch.
Here comes Hardy. Hardy spins. Hardy lefty scoop wouldn't go. And a run out for Hollis Cook. Pulls a 3. Cook drills it.
They got the lead.
Johnson banks it home.
How about that answer?
That stops a 10-0 run.
That was no play. That was just schoolyard basketball.
And
how
now,
about this error?
A bad error by Nevada, scooped up by Hardy, and now Johnson attacks and kicks. Mooring got his man in the air and floats it up and in.
How about that? Fatigue. You make mistakes when you're tired.
12 lead changes. UNLV led by 10 at one point. They lead by 2 at the moment. Stevens traveled on the way in with 5:41 to play.
You got to get Cody Martin back in the game, man. I mean, they're behind now, and here he comes. Eric and I are thinking the same way. I said at 6, it's 5:41. Pretty close.
You're talking about our stats guy. He jumped out of his seat pointing for him. He's not going to let us miss anything, I can promise you that. 69-67, 5.5 to play.
Martin, Caroline, Drew. Those are the experienced guys for the home team.
10 to shoot, Mooring. Step back, man in the air, foul, got it again!
I don't think I've seen this play twice in a game ever. Let's see if his foot's on the line. That's a 2. That's not a 3, that's a 2, but still, the pump fake, defense leaves its feet. This is a call that a lot of basketball people do not like. They do not like the offensive player jumping into the defensive player on this and invading the defensive player's space. It's an issue in college basketball.
These kids watch so much NBA and they see it all the time. Mooring converts, 3-point play.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal right there.
And now UNLV answers a Nevada 10-0 run with a 6-0 run of their own, now 7-0 run.
Keep in mind that UNLV's last game, overtime, at Boise, 93-91. Now they're at the #1 team in the league, away from home again. So maybe the Boise loss and that experience will help them in this particular situation.
UNLV had won 2 straight before that dramatic loss. Drew defends on Johnson. Shot clock at 10. Screen by Houston. Johnson. Got it.
How about that? He said, I am going to take this. Stay away from me. He did not want the screen. Did you see him motion with his left hand? The screen brings too many people to one spot. He'd rather take it by himself. That was very smart.
Houston just collected his 12th rebound to go with 17 points. His 10th double-double of the year. Clyburn drops it off. Beck scores.
How about that? Musselman changed the strategy. They went and doubled Johnson to make him give it up. And he did, and UNLV executed.
Cody Martin playing with 4 fouls. Number 11 here in blue. Drew, you bet. Quick timeout. At the under 4, it's a 6-point.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Coaches vs. Cancer. Join the NABC and the American Cancer Society in the Coaches vs. Cancer 3-point challenge.
Back in Reno, Jovan Mooring has been a star. 27 points tonight.
Career game for Jovan. He's been all over the floor, not just shooting. Look at this hustle play. And how about this acrobatic shot? And this one was unbelievable. Fouled. Off the dribble. Does it again. Twice in the same game. One was a 3, one was a 2.
He's 10 of 18 from the field. 6 of 11 on threes. 6 rebounds to go with those 27 points.
Heck of a night.
Brandon Mccoy with 4 fouls finally checks back in here for UNLV. The 7-foot freshman who hasn't had a good scoring night. He's had to sit much of this second half in foul trouble.
He went out with 15:35 to go. He comes back at 3:48. It'll be interesting to see how he plays.
Houston dunks it. And the lead back to 8 for the Rebels.
McCoy does not have to get excited about scoring. All he has to do for UNLV right now is to rebound. They did just fine without him offensively. This guy has hops. Shakur Houston, Newark, New Jersey, Hutchinson Junior College, #1 JC team in the country. He was the #1 JC player. He's got a teammate from that team, Samaje Hayes-Jones, who was playing at Wichita State. So they are supplying Division I with some players.
I can see why they won a national title. 78-71. Drew makes it a 6-point game.
Full court pressure coming now. This is the right guy with the ball. You want to keep the defense moving. You don't want to stay back somebody in and let him have a chance to poke the ball.
Mccoy with only 4 points tonight. Houston got hit in the face. Play on. Mooring's got it. Hands off for Johnson. Shot clock at 7.
Last time he did not want a screen. This time he does. Interesting.
Johnson with 2. Johnson got caught up by Caroline. Kendall Stevens spins out, but he got fouled on a 3. It was halfway down.
Johnson made a mistake on that play for sure. And Caroline was there to make him pay. He just runs into a brick wall right here. Caroline, versatile player. Gives the dish to the best shooter, and he's fouled. 91% from the line.
Coming up next, CBS Sports Network giving you the inside scoop on everything happening on and off the hardwood inside college basketball. The 24-hour home, CBS Sports, Adam Zucker doing double duty today. National Signing Day for college football. He was there for that. He's hosting tonight with Brendan Haywood, Wally Zerbiak, and Gary Parrish.
Can I ask you a question about that? Does he like get a sandwich in between?
Let me tell you, they get fed awfully well back in the studio. All right, crowd of their feet, 3-point game, less than 3 remaining. Houston draws the foul. Houston has 19 points and 12 boards to go with the 27 of Jovan Mooring as Drew just picked up his 4th foul.
10 double-doubles on the year for Houston. Drew's been very much a warrior in this game.
He's got a career-high 17 points tonight with 8 rebounds.
Great bloodlines. Dad's a great player, NBA coach.
Missed the front end. 78-75, Nevada ball. 2.5 to play. They've gotten 18 from Caroline to lead Nevada in scoring. Stevens off the curl, buries a 3. Tied at 78. Johnson drops it off. Clyburn get it stripped out of bounds to UNLV.
Stevens has been the hero. That is a big-time 3, and he made 3 free throws right before that. His teammates love it.
Fresh shot clock, UNLV. Tied at 78. It's an 8-0 Nevada run over the last minute 29. Now the officials at the monitor.
6 of those came from Stevens of the 8. They're talking about shot clock. Is it 20? They're reset at 30.
Musselman is 40-4 in this building. They've won 16 straight at home. They're ranked number 23. Nevada is 9-1 at the top of the Mountain West. They're in a dogfight tonight with 2 to play against their in-state rival UNLV.
Only loss, double overtime against Wyoming.
Mooring crawls off. Caroline and Mccoy got tangled up.
That's a foul on Caroline. He pushed him right out of bounds. Not a bad play, because you're going to give up a layup if you don't make that foul. Watch under your screen right here. Watch McCoy go flying past our cameraman. He gets pushed in the small of the back. You can't dislodge a 250-pound guy that easy. Once he jumps up in the air, it's easy.
McCoy knocks it in, 69% foul shooter. He averages 18 points a game. He's got 5 now here tonight.
Leading rebounder in the conference. Pressure free throws for a freshman.
He got them both.
How about that? That's impressive.
Drew knifes in. Drew fighting for it. Out of bounds to UNLV.
I like Drew's move. He got close into the basket. He had to shoot it on the way down. That's why he missed it. He was defended well, but I like the play.
Rebels by 2. A minute and a half remaining here in Reno.
Mooring, Houston would be my options.
Houston attacks and kicks. Mooring pulls it. Got it.
That was beautiful. The two guys I talked about made that play, right? Houston and Mooring. They're playing the best. They're the most confident right now.
The Rebels have knocked down 7 of the last 9 shots. They lead by 4. Josh Hall off the mark. Saved by Caroline. It's out of bounds off Nevada.
UNLV, the two guys we just mentioned, Houston, Mooring. Nice screen, good pull-up, pretty good shot. And defensively, we didn't show it in that picture, but they chased Stevens and switched on Stevens with little people because Stevens has made the last 2 buckets.
Mooring's limping there. They're back at the monitor. Going to make sure who was the last to touch this.
We'll keep an eye on Mooring. He just grabbed his right foot right here.
Is he cramped up in that right calf?
I think it was his foot.
Now they're
right here. That looks like it's off UNLV, doesn't it?
They're massaging Mooring's right hamstring.
Huh. Well, like when you were running for Kansas State and that happened to you, you called your father and he said, okay, shake it off.
That's right, old school. Hey, 29 for Mooring. His career high is 30 to match that uniform number. He's had a massive second half. UNLV leads by 4, got the ball under a minute remaining.
You do not want Houston to touch the ball unless, because he is the worst free throw shooter on the team.
Only 52% for Houston. Travel, costly turnover, back to Nevada.
I don't know about that. Picked up his pivot foot. Yeah.
Drew off the bounce. No. Tapped out. Cody Martin had it, lost it. On the deck. UNLV got it and a timeout.
Great play.
A play by Chofon Mooring.
He went to the deck, looked right at the official, put the ball under his elbow, and called the timeout. Is there anything Mooring is not doing? Take a peek at this play. You think it's hustle? That is hustle and heady play by Mooring.
Nevada has won 16 straight at home, but UNLV has got the 4-point edge with 33.8 remaining.
They are inbounding sideline in the backcourt. Nevada Wolfpack, as you take a look at the timeouts, 3 for Nevada, only 1 for the Rebels right now. A sidelines play in the backcourt is a little bit dangerous. If you throw the ball backwards, you're susceptible to steal layup. So if all else fails, you pass the ball deep into your front court. Mccoy is a big target. So if there's any trouble, you throw the outlet pass high to him.
If UNLV is able to get it safely in, how quickly should Nevada foul?
Well, that's a good question, and I think you try to get the steal, obviously, first. And if you can't get the steal, as the clock ticks down, you got to go after it.
2-possession game, only a 6-second difference game and shot. Johnson inbounds.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Use McCoy's height, guarded by Caroline, and the quick foul.
Yeah. Because the pass backwards is very, very dangerous, so they did a very smart thing there, throwing it up to McCoy. Now, the thing is, can he make both free throws? He's a better free throw shooter than Houston is. The guards were defended well.
Well, McCoy is 4 for 4 there tonight. Hit a couple of big ones just a moment ago. Got it. He's 5 of 5. Caleb Martin, one of the best in the Mountain West, if not the best.
He and Hutchison are going to vie for that award.
Wow, 6 for 6.
That's big time.
The lead is 6, 33.3 remaining. Nevada needs points in a hurry now.
Stevens, Cody Martin.
Stevens turnaround three, too strong. Rebounded Johnson. And UNLV with 20 seconds. Still no foul here. Still no foul. 13 seconds. And UNLV's going to escape here on the road tonight.
Unbelievable. I know you think that they should have fouled earlier, and obviously that's true. But, I mean, the emphasis here is how well the guys in the red uniforms played in this game. Without their star center, Mccoy having a subpar game, Mooring steps up and goes crazy. 16-game win streak at home is about to end. They are 11-0 at home this year. 20-4 on the season. Caleb Martin did not play. One of the few best players in the conference, and without his scoring punch, a lot was left to be desired for Nevada. They played hard, they played undermanned, and they hung in against a very improving UNLV team. UNLV played the two best teams back-to-back on the road. They lose in overtime at Boise, and right here they're about to win.
They had the buzzer sound before. I don't think that's going to count.
How can they blow the horn is what he's saying. The ball was given to the free throw shooter. There's no way that the Horde should blow.
I know Menzies is upset there, but you know what? He just got a signature win.
He's not seconds away, but he's a coach,
Second year.
That's what you do.
Second year as the head man after the great run in New Mexico State. And here he is about to knock off 23rd ranked Nevada, hand them just their second conference loss, and end their 16-game winning streak. And now, as a ranked team, they fall to 0-3 this year. Musselman's guys do. In terms of that loss right after getting ranked.
Yep. I talked to Caleb Martin right before the game, and you know, he said it was too bad that he got hurt, and he was looking forward to getting back. He explained the injury to me in detail, and he's hoping to get back in a couple of weeks. Now, I don't know if he knows what the doctors told him, so that's a whole different story, but that's what he's hoping.
86-78, Cody Martin, no. UNLV gonna go to 17-7, 6-5 in the Mountain West. 23rd ranked Nevada gets back into the rankings, and then they fall to UNLV, ending their 16-game home winning streak. And they fall to 20-5, 9-2 in the Mountain West. And Boise State goes in front at 10-2 in conference play.
Menzies, congratulations, coach. That's a signature win for you. A guy who is essentially positive. Boise's ahead. Leon Rice is happy to see this, I think.
UNLV 6-5 now. They move ahead of San Diego State. Menzies year 2. It's a 17th win. 86-78. 31, a career high for Jovan Mooring. 19 for Jahir Justin. He had 12 rebounds, his 10th double-double. They steal one from 23rd ranked Nevada. For Bob Wenzel and our entire crew, I'm Brent Stover. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. And send you to inside college basketball in our CBS Sports Network studios. Adam Zucker, Brendan Haywood, Gary Parrish, and Wally Zerbiak.